The WCA home has private rooms for seniors who need assisted living. We are a nonprofit home founded 125 years ago for women, now seeking approval for men. Our mission has always been top-notch assisted living. Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District with a local office in Olean. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Doc Hamels, and welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise. Thanks for joining us. To our friends in Jamestown on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, good afternoon, and WRFA 107.9, low power to the people. Thanks for tuning in. We got a great show in store for you. We've got Bill Vogt from Chautauqua Opportunities. We'll be talking about children and family services there, so stay tuned. But we got a bunch of other stuff we want to get to first. Okay, hey, congratulations. We all got through this muggy, miserable, hot weather the last few days. And boy, I tell you, when that weather broke the other night, it was just like a wall was lifted or a blanket. Gosh, it was miserable. My poor old Max, my dog, he was just like a rug. He just wouldn't move or anything. Okay, they're flipping up things here that I want to remind you that if you have a question or comment, you want to get a hold of us, you can Twitter us, you can go to Facebook. All our shows are on YouTube if you ever want to follow up and check things out. If you have a question today while we're on the air, you can give us a call at 753-5225. Remember, when we're not on the air, you can call, but you're not going to get any of us because we're not here, okay? So only from 9 to 10 on Saturday mornings, and we're glad to hear your announcements, something that you want to share on your mind, and especially if it's relevant to what we're talking about with Chautauqua Opportunities as we go along. Okay, a few things I want to share with you, and then we're going to get into some announcements, and then get right into our topic for the day. Well, I want to welcome, officially, our 5th season starts today, so welcome to season 5. It seems hard to believe that we've been doing this for over 4 years now, and just real pleased with the success we've been having on the air, on Facebook, with YouTube, and we get lots of good feedback from all of you, and thank you for all that. I want to also thank our underwriters that you see in the beginning of the show every week for supporting us with resources to keep things going here. So year 5, we're off and running, and most of it is already scheduled for the year, so we're looking forward to a great season. Okay, just a few things of a personal note. I always like to let you know where Will and I are playing as far as music, and there's music everywhere in the county right now, and I'll be talking more about it. But as soon as I leave here, as soon as the show's over, right out the door I go to Westfield, just down the road, to the Farmers and Artisans Market. Will and I are going to be in the gazebo from 11 to 1. So if stop by, say hello. Please don't be shy. And tomorrow over at Meters, one of my underwriters, Meters Restaurant, they are sponsoring a cruise-in with all kinds of great cars and things to do and see there. They're going to have one of the radio stations. I understand there's going to be a chicken barbecue. Bob Bentley's not going to melt the siding off the restaurant this year, he tells me. I still kid him about that. And then we're going to be playing from 1 to 4 right in the middle of the open fields there where the monuments are and that sort of thing. So it's going to be really pretty. Also, this Wednesday, we're going to be playing at the Great Discovery Center. We're going to talk a little bit more about them. They have an announcement to share that I'll be sharing, but we'll be playing there for their Wine Wednesday, Wine with Them Wednesdays from 5 to 7. It's free of charge. These are all free of charge to go to. And with the wonderful weather we're having, get out. And if it's not coming out to see us, see some other bands in some of the other parks that are being featured throughout the weeks and months to come. Okay, if you had a chance to join us in Mayville on Wednesday for the 4th of July, we were able to do our show, and Chris sent me some information that Destination Chautauqua, which is aired right here on Access Chautauqua 1301 on your cable. It's going to be shown all week, this coming week, at 4 p.m. and 10 p.m., and it's about an hour and some, I don't know, maybe hour and 15 minutes long. It's very good quality. We had a lot of fun. Rick Mascaro was with me and co-hosted the show. So lots of good sights from the parade. And then the following week, evidently, it's for you night owls, 1 a.m. in the evening, morning? I guess it's morning. 1 a.m. in the morning it's being shown, and 7 a.m. again in the morning the following week. So get a chance to see it over and over again. See your kids that might be marching the parade or whatever. And it's also on YouTube. If you just put Mayville Parade 2018, I think, something like that, you can Google it or whatever, it'll pop up. Or go to our Access Chautauqua website, and those are all posted there as well. All the shows are there. So anyways, lots of good things going on throughout the county already, and the parade was lots of fun, and we had a little bit of rain. It kind of brought back scary memories of years ago when the lightning was striking all around us, but we held up and it was a good time. So with that, I want to share some announcements from around the county. So we're going to go to Jamestown, and our friends over at Infinity Performing Arts, they are holding a summer day camp. Infinity is looking to a summer full of fun and creative learning experiences for Chautauqua County. The Infinity Center will offer 4 weeks of hands-on summer day camp activities for students ages 6 to 12. And this is how it goes. This will be this week coming up, ages 8 to 12. From July 9 to the 13th, these are held from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stretch your imagination as you explore weird and creative science fiction creatures, worlds, and beings. Sounds like Harry Potter. The following week, Time Traveler Camp. Ages 6 to 12, it's a couple weeks later, I see. July 23rd to the 27th, just a short period there. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., journey through Infinity's time machine. Explore the past and future through music, art, dance, theater, and activities. And then Center Stage Academy, this is ages 8 to 18. This will be held on August 6th through the 10th, again 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Participate in scripting, auditioning, casting, stage acting techniques, prop design, and it takes, all it takes to prepare this one-of-a-kind annual show for friends and family. Student performance at the end on August 10th at 7 p.m. So that's sort of like they're going to create the whole situation and then they get to show it off. Then later on, let's see, World Tour, ages 6 to 12, August 20 to 24, same times. Join our whirlwind 5-day tour of a new country every day through music, art, dance, theater, language, costume, and more. We'll have you home in time for dinner every night. Limited partial scholarships are available thanks to support from the Chautauqua County Youth Bureau and Zonta Club of Jamestown. For more information about the summer programs, give them a call at 664-0991, and you can always visit them on, this is all one word, infinityperformingarts.org. Okay? And also, they wanted to remind you that, and I always talk about this because I participate in this every year, it's the 15th Annual Local Music Showcase. And that's going to be held on September 8th from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning. So technically, it's from September 8th to September 9th. And this is where you pay one money, and you get an wristband, and you go through various venues throughout Jamestown, and you listen to all kinds of music. Bands donate their time and energy, and it's all to raise funds for Infinity. Okay, let's go to the Westfield now. The Great Discovery Center is always looking for volunteers, especially this time of year, to help them out. And they want you to know that, hang on a second, I got these pages out of order again. Why do I do that? Hang on, it's on this side, must be. There it is. Annual fundraiser for the Great Belt Open Golf Tournament. Okay, this is going to be held August 11th, so this is mark your calendar from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Pinehurst Golf Club. That's the Swanson family out there on Route 20. Join them for the second annual Great Belt Open to be held at Pinehurst Golf Club. Four-person scramble includes refreshments, dinner, and awards. All proceeds benefit the Great Discovery Center, allowing the center to continue to operate as a nonprofit, encourage tourism, and educate everybody about the grape-growing history of Lake Erie region. Also, please note they're seeking tea and corporate sponsors for this event. Tea sponsorship is only $50. Get your name or your business in the eyes of golfers, showing your support for the Discovery Center. The cost is $65 per person. And if you want to find out more information, give them a call at 326-2003, and you always can email them at manager@grapediscoverycenter.com. All right, so that's coming up in August. We'll talk more about that. Oh, man, last day of the Mayville Library Summer Book Sale is today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you haven't had a chance to get that summer reading in, they have all the books on sale. We saw some the other day when we were at the parade because we were working right outside of their library. They got tons of books, so get over there and get yourself some books, for whether for the kids or for yourself, because you got lots of summer yet to come, and you might just want to hunker down with a book some afternoon or whatever. Okay, let's go on. Next, buddy Randy Anderson and folks, the Coon Road Speedway, the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, with the courtesy of the Westfield Fire Department, will hold a gathering. That's a new one. A gathering for all persons interested in the history of Coon Road Speedway on Sunday, July 8th. The reunion will be held at the Westfield Fire Department's annual Ox Roast, located at the Ottaway Park, Route 5, just east of Barcelona. The Ox Roast begins at 12 p.m. I can't read this morning, while the Coon Road Speedway reunion will convene at 1. The reunion is being conducted by local auto racing historians Randy Anderson, Greg Peterson, and Randy Sweeney. You saw all those guys right here on my show, who previously held similar events for Rollerball Speedway, Sherman Raceway, Rock and Roll Speedway, Arkwright Speedway, and Sulphur Springs Speedway. Coon Road Speedway was built by Joel Swartout on his property on Coon Road, located between the Westfield Sherman Road and Parker Road in the town of Westfield. Swartout operated the track from 1956 until his accidental death at the facility in 1959. The Hartfield Fire Department then leased the track and conducted races in 1960 and 61. So what they're doing is they're bringing attention to the racetrack, and they're looking for memorabilia, they're looking for pictures, whatever, because they have been preserving the race history of Chautauqua County. And if you have any questions, give Randy a call at the Sports Hall of Fame at 640-6219. Okay? Sounds like a lot of fun. And if you have any pictures, bring them to the gathering. They can't wait to get them from you. Okay, I especially noted this one, Mayville Entertainment in the Park. Okay, this is a series that's going on throughout the summer, and then Randy Graham and Jamie Henderson, both local Chautauqua County performers, will grace the Entertainment in the Park Summer Series stage from 6:30 to 8:30 on Thursday, this coming July 12th, at Lakeside Park in Mayville. Randy is from Bemis Point, has been performing at this long-held concert series for many years. He uses wireless equipment to wander through the audience, playing guitar and singing popular songs, as well as taking requests. Jamie Henderson, also from Bemis, plays acoustic and electric guitars and performs vocals as well. Graham and Henderson have been performing as a duo for over 15 years. Rainbow the Clown, also known as Jerry Stimson, will also be on hand to entertain the children with face painting and creative balloon sculptures. The Maple Springs Fire Department will sell barbecue dinners to benefit the fire department with the Mayville Fire. While the Mayville Fire Department will offer popcorn and water for donations to their fire department coffers. Remember to bring your own seating for outdoor performances. In case of rain, the performance will be held at the Carlson Community Center in the park. And then you've got other groups coming up, Bill Ward and Amanda Barton, who you've seen here on our show on July 19th, the Rustic Ramblers on the 26th, the Chautauqua Theater Company Shakespeare in the Park performance. They're doing As You Like It on August 2, the Blue Mule Band August 9, Barbara Jean on August 16th, the Lake Effect on August 23rd, Come Back, Patsy Cline Tribute on August 30th. All kinds of stuff going on in all of our parks throughout the summer, so do check in with your local town halls and they'll tell you what's going on. Okay, business after hours preview at the fairgrounds is July 12th. The Dunkirk Community Chamber of Commerce and Chautauqua County Chamber of the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce jointly invite you to attend our popular annual networking preview at the county fairgrounds. The business after hours event will be held from 5 to 6:30, July 12th. Enjoy fair food, beer, wine, slushies, all for the price of your admission at $15 for chamber members or $18 for prospective members. The Business After Hours event is sponsored by David Snow State Farm Agent, DFT Communications, Jamestown Jammers, KeyBank, Lawley Insurance, Nestle, Purina, Pet Care, Northwest Arena, The Observer, The Post Journal, Putnam Record Insurance Agency, WJTN, WWSC, WKSN, WHUG, WQFX. If you want more information, give them a call, 366-6200 or 484-1101. Okay, my buddy Rick Mascaro, we were talking about this on the air the other day with him. Laugh in the Dark. R-rated for big kids 18 and over. An evening of comedy that will have you on the floor laughing. It's now in the air-conditioned theater up there in Westfield at the Jackie Phillips Theater. It's at the Presbyterian Church on just across from the Patterson Library. They've got the second floor all worked out with a beautiful theater and so forth, and they've just installed chairlifts for customers who need assistance. This is going to take place on July 13, 14, and 15 at 7 p.m. Tickets are only $10. For more information, go to lakeshorecenterforthearts.com. All right, Laugh in the Dark. Knowing those guys, it's going to be a riot. All right, let's stay right with Westfield. On July 21, no, that's the rain date. July 14th. If it rains the 14th, it's going to be the 21st. There's going to be the Taste of Westfield. Okay, the Westfield Farmers and Artisans Market Saturday from 9 to 2 on July 4th is going to sponsor the tastes from service restaurants and wineries to the market for a great event. Thus, the Taste of Westfield was born for a great day of fine food, entertainment, with a community picnic atmosphere in the park. This will be a day to show off some of your finest foods, beverages, and sales and service. They suggest you offer samples at a reasonable cost. Also, you can offer discount vouchers and coupons and so forth if you're interested in participating in this as a vendor. This will be like a picnic. Tables and chairs will be there for your customers to enjoy all of the things that you bring there. Remember, you want to have new and old customers return to your place of business and so on. If you're interested, it's only going to cost $15 to cover the cost of the brochures and so forth. And if you're interested to be part of this, give Nancy Scriven a call at 269-9726. And if you're like me, you want to just participate by walking through and enjoying all the good tastes there, mark your calendar, July 14th, or if it rains, the following week, the 21st. Okay, and then the last couple ones. Roger Tory Peterson Wild America Nature Festival. Jonathan Weston at Panama Rocks. Mark your calendar now. This festival is returning to Panama Rocks for its second year. July 28th, 29th, the last weekend of July. Headlining are Roger Tory Peterson's son, Lee Peterson, who's nationally no, wait a minute, stop right there, his son, then nationally best-selling author Jennifer Ackerman, and famous animal expert Jeff Musial with his animals. It's hard to read this sometimes because they're just commas rather than semicolons. You think you're all part of the same person. Yes, to the Wild American Nature Festival will also be able to explore the Panama Rocks scenic area and I'm trying to get a team together for this one. The guys won't do this. They want to try your hand at axe throwing at the brand new Excellent Adventures. Discounted weekend passes are available for the price of one-day pass to the Wild American Nature Festival online. You just go to all one word wildamericafest.com. Discount early bird weekend passes, one-day gate passes for $10 for general admission ages 13 and up, $5 for youth ages 6 to 12, and children ages 5 and under are free. Now this is really cool. The festival is currently accepting volunteers to help out, and you get in for nothing. There's also going to be a farmer's market there, so that'll be a lot of fun. The Wild America Festival is hosted by Panama Rocks Scenic Park and Roger Tory Peterson Institute of Natural History, also RTPI, and is sponsored by the Edible Western New York, also Edwards Insurance, Erie Times News, Jamestown Mattress, and Media One Group. For more information, give Jonathan a call over there at Panama Rocks or go to jonathan@panamarocks.com. And finally, get the early bird special for Chamber Golf Tournament on July 12th. There's festivals, there's golfing, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on here, lots of fun. You can play where the pros play. The Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce will hold once again its annual golf tournament at Peak and Peak Resort in Clymer. Let's see, it's held August 16th. Oh, it's this weekend? No, why is it? Well, but you know what? That's the early bird special, Jeff. But it's going to be held on August 12th, and if you sign up early, you save $25. So I'm going to tell you more about this next week because we're running low on time here. So let's take a break. This public service announcement's for you, and we'll be right back.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Okay, welcome back to my viewers and listeners throughout the county. I'm Doc Hamels. You're watching or listening to Chautauqua Sunrise, and my guest today is Bill Vogt, and I want to welcome you to the show. You were here a few years ago with some Cub Scouts, but I don't think we had you actually on the air. Did you even talk? I don't remember. I just remember it was Benny was right here, and he was taking up the show.
Yeah, we just let our Cub Scouts steal the scene.
So are you still involved with Cub Scouts?
I certainly am, yep.
And that's right here in what, Mayville?
Yep, we've got a pack right here in Mayville, got about 30-some children.
You have 30 kids in Cub Scouts, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays it's hard to get kids away from their iPhones and iPads and do something fun. Well, good for you. And I was, when I was narrating the parade, it was saying the Boy Scout troop was like one of the oldest troops in the country. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, they've been around for 70-some years now as well.
That's terrific. I was a Boy Scout, and it was one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. I mean, we grew up in the city and getting out and camping and learning all kinds of cool things. It was a lot of fun. So good for you. Now you've been involved with the Cub Scouts for quite a while now, haven't you?
Yeah, actually, I was a Cub Scout when I was a child, so 30-some years I've been in Scouting now at this point.
Good.
And,
did you go through Boy Scouts and all that too?
Through Boy Scouts, I'm an Eagle Scout, and
oh boy, I got to life and I aged out.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, good but you know, when you hear Eagle Scout, that means a lot. I mean, to me personally, I know that you had to do a lot to get there, so that's great.
Thank you. But now back involved with my own children. I've got a son who's 14 who's in the Boy Scout troop here in Mayville, and then my younger son is 10, and he's been in Cub Scouts now for 5 years.
Ready to move up to the big times with his big brother.
Getting close, getting close.
That's great. Okay. Bill, you were kind enough to come down today and talk about Chautauqua opportunities and your role there and the services that you work with. But before we do that, can you tell our folks what is Chautauqua Opportunities? Lots of people know it as COI, So in case you hear that term, it's the same organization. So what's it all about?
Well, Chautauqua Opportunities has been around quite a while as well, since 1965. We're an anti-poverty agency, and so our mission is to help people get out or stay out of poverty. That's the, those aren't the official words, but,
Right,
but that's our goal, trying to help people get themselves out of tough situations. And, right now in Chautauqua County, the poverty rate is, for children, is about 28%, and for folks all around, of all ages, about 25%. So there's folks that are struggling, and our goal is to help them help themselves.
Now, if I remember right, there's what, like 135,000 people in Chautauqua County or something. So you're telling me 25% or 1/4 of all those people live in poverty.
Live in poverty, yeah.
In Chautauqua County today, in July 7th, 2018.
Yeah, and now
in this day and age.
And the federal government says that a family of 4 is in poverty if they're making less than $25,000 a year. If you make $25,200 a year, then you're not in poverty. So
a family of 4 living on $25,000. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, and if you're living on less than that, it's even tougher. So.
Wow. So you're dealing with a lot of people.
Yeah, we have a lot of folks. So we try and provide a wide range of services, from housing to health to child care services, things that can really support a family to maintain or obtain employment, and really become self-sufficient, if you will.
How big is Chautauqua Opportunities? I mean, is this like one office, or I mean, a couple of you, or what's the deal?
We have somewhere around 300 employees across the county.
300?
Yeah. Providing those services. We've got 2 main offices, one in Dunkirk and one in Jamestown.
Okay, where's the one in Dunkirk?
The one in Dunkirk is on Bennett Road, and the one in Jamestown is at 402 Chandler Street. Okay. And in this day and age of technology, you can access us or connect with us on Facebook or LinkedIn. We just recently started a Twitter account.
Wow.
And we have Instagram too. So there's different ways to search for us and connect with us, ask us a question, or get in and see someone to see what services are available.
So how much does it cost to be involved with Chautauqua Opportunities?
Well, we do have some services that there might be a fee associated with, but we sort of pride ourselves on having sort of a single point of entry type of program. You meet with one of our navigators, is what we call them, and over a span of about a 12 to 15 minute interview, they ask you some questions about you, your family, and what's going on. And after the end of that initial interview, we can tell you what services you're available for, that Chautauqua Opportunities offers, from, again, various types of child care services, some fatherhood supports, health services, health insurance, and then
this is all in 12 to 15 minutes?
All in 12 to 15 minutes. We'll get you. We'll figure out what you're eligible for. Then after that, a lot of these are government-sponsored programs, so they'll ask for a lot of paperwork and those kinds of things. Okay. But we'll work you through the end of 15 minutes, where you're going to know what it is we can help you with. One
of the issues I do know from my years of living in the county is folks that are struggling. A lot of times, transportation is a problem. So what do they do?
So we don't have any. We have a couple very specific transportation programs. Always a struggle in a rural county around access of services. We have some transportation services that help folks get to doctor's appointments. Okay. But again, if somebody can't make it to our offices, they can give us a phone call, and we can do those interviews over the phone.
Really?
And then if there's certain paperwork that you need to turn in to prove you're eligible for some type of service, then those things can be mailed in. And we do services that can actually come out to your home. Some of our housing services come out, and we help modernize a home, make it more energy efficient, with our Head Start services, actually, we're going to start offering transportation for our Head Start preschool services as well.
We'll get to Head Start here in a little bit. When you said they talked to a navigator, So I'm assuming it's like you go to an office and you sit down and they're asking you questions like, are you married, do you have kids, how many people live in your house, your income, all that stuff. So this is kind of going through like a search, and it pulls down things like a menu type thing?
Yeah, exactly. So just ask you questions just like what you said. Name, age, address, annual income, how many children are in your household, that type of a thing. And then, you know, do you have insurance? Do you have health insurance? Are you employed?
Well, do people ever say it's none of your business?
And certainly, so we ask a lot of questions that can seem very probing, because we probably have 60-some different services that might be that a person might be eligible for, and a person can certainly decline to answer any of those questions. We very much encourage people to share as much as they're willing to, so because the more you answer, the more we can offer you as a service. And Chautauqua Opportunities definitely protects people's privacy.
I was just going to ask you that question. In this day and age of data getting released and stolen and stuff.
Yeah, we some of the first forms that get signed are confidentiality agreements and letting you know how we protect information, that kind of a thing.
So if someone is listening right now and I don't know what the word I want to use. I don't want to say struggling, but use a hand. Maybe that's where I want to say. And they're not even aware of some services. Do people ever, when they go to a navigator, do they ever get surprised that they're eligible for things that they didn't know about?
Oh, definitely, yeah. You know, again, we might have a family come in and be interested in Head Start services. So for a preschool for a child under the age of 5, and come out finding out that they're eligible to have their home get some energy efficiency upgrades, or that they might be eligible for a rental subsidy. And so, yeah, lots of different interesting things.
Is there an age that you have to be to go to this navigator? I mean, we used to talk about emancipated youth at 16 or something like this. I mean, can young people that are on their own go?
We like to say that we have services for children that are still in the womb, because we provide services to pregnant women up until through any age. We have home care services for the elderly or the disabled. So any age. We actually, in terms of children, we've been operating a runaway and homeless youth shelter in Jamestown for about 20-some years now at this point. Originally from a grant and a partnership with St. Luke's down there. And so we help somewhere between 65 and 100 kids who aren't able to be at home, you know, hopefully a short period, and able to reconnect them and their family and provide services that can make that a better situation.
Okay, we're still early in the show right now, Bill, but as we're going along, if somebody wants more information, what's the easiest way for them to access that?
So our offices are open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, and they can just give us a call in the southern part of the county, 661-9430.
Okay.
Or in Dunkirk or the north part of the county, 366-8176.
Okay.
And then, now we were just talking about the runaway and homeless youth shelter. That's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You know, kids can come in on Christmas Day and we're going to feed them. We're going to make sure that they have a roof over their head. And so they could call right now or at 2 o'clock in the morning. The number for our safe house is 661-9446.
Okay. Sounds like you're doing tremendous work for our community. Knowing somewhat about Chautauqua Opportunities, we don't have time to talk about all the programs. So we're going to zero in on your particular area of responsibility, which is what now?
So I'm the Director of Children and Family Services, and if someone wants to learn more about any of our other services, they can also check out our website, chautauquaopportunities.com.
And I believe you're on Facebook as well.
And Facebook,
I've seen you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, full directory of all the services available there.
Okay. So what does the Director of Children and Family Services do?
One of our biggest programs is our child care programs. We serve over 660 children a year.
600 and what?
660 children.
That's like a school.
It is a school.
That's huge.
We actually have...
That's 2 Ripley Central schools. Really?
We actually have 3 main locations and a satellite location serving children ages 0 to 5. We've got 2 schools daycare centers in Dunkirk and 1 in Jamestown. And then we have a pre-K classroom at Bush Elementary.
Okay. When you say 0 to 5, I mean, obviously this individual is not going to be running around. I mean, what do you do for, like, newborns? I mean,
so again, we think it's wonderful if a mom can stay home, or even both parents, between paid family leave and family medical leave, if parents can stay home with their children when they're newborns. But a lot of times families have to get back to work. Even 2 incomes, just doesn't cut it if you're staying home and not getting paid. And so as young as 6 weeks can come back or can be at our daycare centers. And so what we're doing is taking care of those kids. We've got some wonderful staff that have been with us, anywhere from a couple years to 15 years working with us, taking care of babies.
Wow. I'm assuming they're certified in certain areas. Department of Health is involved and all that.
All of our staff get trained in what's called a Child Development Associate certificate. Oh. And they get at least 30 hours of training a year to keep up on things, and always looking to do, not just take care. Our first thing is always about safety and making sure kids are comfortable and loved and know that they know that. And parents always, as they head off to work, want to make sure that they're putting their children in a safe environment.
Heartbreaking scenario. And who has oversight over these programs as far as making sure that you're doing things correctly?
Right. So the New York State Office of Children and Family Services, we're licensed by them. And then we get quite a bit of our funding from the federal government for our Head Start and Early Head Start programs.
So they come in and inspect?
Yep. We have regular inspections, surprise inspections, come in and take a look at our facilities, check out the temperatures of our refrigerators, make sure that babies' diapers are available and that things are safe and sanitary. Fire codes are up to date. We do fire drills with our kids just like a school does. But for our infants, then we're putting them in a crib and crib on wheels and down the ramp.
All right. So it sounds like you've got this pretty well mastered, this system. All right. How did you get involved with this program? I mean.
I went to school to be a teacher, and so
that's a good thing.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And so came to Chautauqua County about 14 years ago. Actually, was the safe house manager for a little while, and then just sort of worked my way through different things. And I've always enjoyed working with young children, and so here I am today.
All right, so it kind of all worked out pretty well. You've mentioned the word Head Start at least 6 times. I should put a little check mark. So I know that's what we want to talk about. So Head Start, that usually means if I give somebody a head start, they go out ahead of me. So what is Head Start? I mean, people hear about it, but they may not know what it means.
So Head Start is a free preschool program for low-income children. Like I said before, 28% of children in Chautauqua County are living in poverty. And the recent census stuff that I looked at, there's 7,000 kids in Chautauqua County under the age of 5. And so almost a third of those children are living in poverty.
That's a lot of children.
That's a lot of kids.
That's over 2,000 kids.
There you go. And yet I can only serve about 660 of them.
Well, who's serving the others?
That's a really good question. That's families trying to just struggle and make it through on a day-to-day basis.
Do they know about your program?
We certainly do our best to try and get out there as best we can.
All right, so let me do my share. All right.
right.
So let's get this straight now. So you can serve 660. We're saying that somewhere it looks like 2,500 kids are living in poverty or low income that would be eligible. So that means like, a lot of kids. Oh, well over 1,000. I can try to do the math in my head really fast here.
Another
1,900 kids are underserved. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what you're hearing.
So can you, if all 1,900 kids that were eligible could come to Head Start, would you have capacity to do that?
660.
Oh, so that's all you.
That's all we can. That's our number. That's the number we're
the federal
allowed to provide
government
services to. Yeah.
Okay. So how did they determine that? Do you know?
You know, in an age of limited resources, they have a funding formula that says, here's your population, here's how many folks live in poverty, and they do some, you know, federal math and tell us, here's how many kids you can serve.
Okay, so we are in summertime right now, so
Yes, we are.
Head Start is closed for now?
We have some options that are year-round to help some working families, but most of our actually, all the children we serve that are under the age of 3, we serve year-round.
Okay.
And we're able to serve about 160 children under the age of 3.
But that's not Head Start.
So that's our early Head Start.
Early Head Start.
They get a really early Head Start. And one of the things we're trying to do is just trying to give, you know, so often kids that are in poverty, research has shown that they struggle in school for a variety of reasons. And, you know, we're not looking to place blame on anything. We're just helping families take responsibility and give those kids a head start so that they go into kindergarten ready to start school. And we're really proud of the fact that our research shows, and we've got some partnerships with some school districts, that over 95% of the children that go through our program enter kindergarten ready. Kindergarten ready.
That's huge. As you know, I was an educator, and it always seemed like if a child came to kindergarten a year behind, they never caught up. They're always the ones that are at the bottom of the pile. They're the ones that are going to summer school. They're the ones that drop out of school sometimes because they're so frustrated because they just can never.
Yeah, once you get behind, it's really hard to catch up.
Okay, where was I? All right, here's the question. I told you I do this. I make notes as I'm going along. 660 slots. All right. So for this coming year, do you have 660 kids?
We are taking enrollments right now. We are already about a third of the way full, and so you know, we just finished June, so you know, July and August folks have to get in touch with us, and
all right. So this is, to me, this is really important. Obviously, it's important to you, but I mean, I'm making a statement right now. This is important to me personally because when I hear these numbers, this is really very. I don't even know where it's bugging me.
It's like winning the lottery if you get one of these slots. Like you said, you know, we can only help 1 out of every 3 children that's eligible for these services.
All right. So for those that are listening or people that know people that could use this service, who do they call and how do they get involved?
Again, single point of access. No matter how they connect with Chautauqua Opportunities, we can get them to every service that they're eligible for.
Okay.
So sending an email through our website, messaging us on Facebook, tweeting us, or calling our phone numbers.
Okay, Jeff was good enough to get those up there on our banner there. For those who are listening on the radio, South County is 661-9430, and North County 366-8176. And we'll bring that up again before the end of the show for you, okay?
Thanks, Doc.
Oh, sure. So you mentioned that Head Start gets kids ready for kindergarten. So what do they do? What do you do to get kids ready for kindergarten? I mean, it's like, I'm not trying to be facetious or silly here, but I mean, kindergarten, you know, kids they do their ABCs or learn to read a little bit, or so what do you do?
You know, and it's so much of it is about exposing children to lots of different information and letting them play in structured environments that allow them to explore things and learn at their own pace. And socialize as well. A really important aspect of that is learning those social habits, you know, so that they can work with their peers and be with other kids and not have other issues, whether from social anxiety or behavior problems, that kind of a thing. And so we're doing those different things. So you know, whether it's learning how to tie their shoes or sing a song, sing songs in groups. We've got a great curriculum that we use and train our teachers in. It's called the creative curriculum. They are wrapped around what they call studies, and so there's we get this from the company that we work with, and it's a big box, and it's called the ball study, and you open it up and they've got different types of balls, and so we're looking at the science of balls, you know, which ones bounce, which ones are hard and soft, and exploring these different ideas
modalities
and
of learning and things like that.
And you know, then our teachers are really good at bringing in the literacy aspect to that, and so finding a couple books about balls and, or the big red balloon, and being able to tie those things together and letting children explore their environment. So whether that's, you know, playing catch or putting balls in water, seeing which ones float, which ones don't, that kind of a thing. And
all right, so in any given day then, if a child was attending Head Start, it's not a free-for-all. It's not it's not just watching kids. It's a structured program.
We try and walk a fine line. It is structured in terms of we're keeping kids safe. We make sure that kids are always supervised, and we provide them choices within their learning as well. So, like, again, this classroom might be studying balls, but some kids could be doing an art activity, and so marbles in paint kind of a thing. Other kids could be doing large group motor activities around that, and then there's reading times, and then there's you know, group singing, that kind of a thing. So
I asked you about oversight. So once again, does the feds and the state kind of dictate a little bit about what you should be teaching or doing? So
we have partnerships with the cities of Dunkirk and Jamestown that we're also providing universal pre-K services to 3- and 4-year-olds as well. That helps us. So Head Start is traditionally only a half-day program for about 120 days a year. When we're able to partner with school districts, we can extend that so it can be 180 days a year, and in some cases even be a full day program.
Wow.
So again, that helps.
Huge.
That helps with and this is all free. Our Head Start services are all free. So parents get free child care for somewhere between 3 to 6 or 7 hours a day.
Do they have to pack a lunch, or?
We provide all meals, depending on what times of day they're there. Breakfast, a morning snack, a lunch, an afternoon snack.
You're like a full service. Everything.
Full service, and if they're under the well, no matter what age they are, until they're out of diapers, we're providing diapers.
Talk about diapers.
Well.
Who provides the diapers? Is it the parents that provide them?
We provide that as part of the services. Again, low-income families. Oh. It's amazing how much diapers cost, John.
It's been a while. my youngest is 30-something, so it's been a while. Well, this is pretty phenomenal. I guess I've never really delved too deeply into all of this. All right, so so I've heard some term called wraparound services over the years. So what's that all about?
So, like I said, our Head Start services, and we have a variety of options from full day to full year, and by full day I mean about 7 hours of care, to half-day programs and school year length programs. But again, working families making under $25,000 a year. I don't know if you've heard this recently either. A week of childcare at a daycare center, approximately $150 a week. So, you know, on one side that doesn't, $30 a day, $5 an hour for the care, but when you take into account what somebody's making, if you're making minimum wage and spending $150 a week, that's
just not going to cut it.
That's a hard trade-off there when you still have to pay the rent.
So if this program offers all these things, why wouldn't someone want to participate?
Well, sometimes, like you said, is transportation is an issue. You know, again, a rural county, really hard to find transportation, or, you know, so we've got our our three primary locations, one in Jamestown, two in Dunkirk. If folks are traveling from Ripley or the Mayville area and work in those areas, they can bring their children with them and drop them off and pick them up before they head home, kind of a thing. And that's sort of where our wraparound services come in. And so you get those Head Start hours for free, but if you need to drop your kid off a little early or need to have them stay a little bit late because your work hours don't exactly match what the Head Start hours are, then we provide wraparound services. Now those either come at a fee or we work with the county's Department of Social Services to help folks with a child care subsidy.
So if you're eligible for these services, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't go get them.
Exactly. No reason that I can see.
Unless they just don't know about them.
Unless you don't know about them.
And that's why you're here today.
If you can afford to stay at home with your own children and read books with them and play with them every day a week, that's a great opportunity and option. But so many folks need to have two incomes.
What if you make more than $25,000? Can you come?
Yeah, we do have opportunities for families that are over income, as the federal government calls it, but still struggling. So yeah, and we have a sliding fee scale and work with.
All right. So, all right. Head Start is a program that's under your directorship, and you said something about family services. So we're down to about 8.5 minutes here. So what are those services?
Some of our largest family services are we offer a fatherhood program and a kinship program.
Kinship?
So, kinship. And kinship is, we're talking kin here in Chautauqua County. This is a term for grandparents or other relatives that are raising children.
Okay.
And we've seen a rise in that for, again, a variety of factors. I know that across the country with the opioid crisis that's been occurring, larger number of grandparents are having to raise children as other family members are struggling with addictions. That isn't the only reason by any means. But you mentioned, your youngest is 30-something, and how would you like to have a 5-year-old right now? And
no, thank you.
and go back through the schools and dealing with all the different systems and technology and the different issues facing children nowadays. So our kinship program helps brings grandparents together into a peer group so that they can share their experiences, and also we provide them with a life coach, so a one-on-one support person that can just connect them to various resources that they need. We've had this for about 2 or 3 years now.
I'm not familiar with that. So if someone's listening right now that's in this situation, same numbers?
Same number.
Do they have to go through the navigator and all that?
Everybody goes through the navigator.
Everybody goes through the navigator.
So that we don't miss. We want to offer, if we want to offer somebody, we want to offer them all the programs at once and sort of just get them over the hump, rather than sort of piecemeal it and make people comfortable and popular.
All right. Here's a question. So there's a 4-year-old and they're living with grandma and grandpa. Can that kid go to Head Start?
That kid, if they're making less than, if they're under 100% of poverty, if they're under that federal poverty guideline, that child can go to Head Start. Yep.
What if they're on Social Security and all that?
That could put them under the poverty guidelines.
Okay, so it's all about the guidelines.
It's all about the income, yeah.
All right, so I hadn't even thought about that. So if a child is living with someone other than their biological parents, they could be eligible.
And actually, if a child is in foster care, the child is automatically eligible for Head Start.
All right. Wow. Whew. There's a lot to this. Okay, so there's the kinship program, and so this is like a one-on-one program?
So we offer two services. We offer a life coach that works with that family on an individual basis to just sort of help them through any of the issues that are going on that caused them to be raised in another child or another generation. And then we also, like I said, we offer a peer support group that they can get together and relax and share stories and sort of rejuvenate themselves together.
How big is this group right now?
We serve about 50 families a year.
50? Okay, folks, you're watching Chautauqua Sunrise, and I'm Doc Hamels, and my guest today is Bill Vogt. He's the Director of Children and Family Services at Chautauqua Opportunities, also known as COI. We were down to like 5 minutes here. If you have a question, don't be shy, 753-5225. Okay, you talked about the fatherhood program. What's that about?
So, again, you know, over the last 10, even probably 15 years, there's been a lot of talk about absentee fathers, and we've seen divorce rates in this country that are pretty high, and a lot of research has been done that children with two parents, or at least a father figure, do better in school, do better over a lifetime. And so one of the things we have this grant from the federal government that's part of their research on this, where we're providing some education and supports to fathers to help good dads that want to be good dads become great fathers. Working on communication, both with the other parent, whether that's someone that they're living with, or whether it's someone that they no longer have a relationship with, and how to communicate with one another and be a part of their lives. We have a financial literacy component. So
what does that do for you?
So we're helping people understand their own finances and understand, help them take a look at those things and figure out how they can afford to do things, whether that's, you know, it's not all about money in building a relationship with a child, but again, money connects so many things within a family, or can create a lot of problems within a family. So
or it can create opportunity.
And it can create opportunity. And so we're helping folks understand their credit score, helping them figure out a budget if they need to, and figure out ways to make things work.
You know, I'm going to give you a little personal story here. One of the, I consider a pretty sad story. My dad, who was 94 before he passed away, we were sitting around one day, and he said, "You know, I never knew my dad." This is him talking now. And I knew that, but he would bring it up from time to time, because when he was a very young child, his parents split, whatever. I don't even know the real story behind it all. But he basically grew up without a father figure. And I always thought to myself, gosh, how sad that is. I had my dad all those years, and you know, what an emptiness. Or a mother. It doesn't have to be a father, but the roles are very specific, and they mean different things to people. But yeah, so I'm glad. So how many people you said are involved with the fatherhood program?
We serve about 300 dads a year.
300
yeah,
dads.
and as part of this research project, we've got these specific things we're working on, and we have a peer group for them as well, so that they can share stories and share issues as to what they're dealing with, so whether it's a 5-year-old or changing babies' diapers, or how to talk to a teenager the first time they get into trouble.
Oh boy.
But because it's a research project, we're able to actually offer some incentive programs to it, so about $300 worth of incentives that then they can go and take that money and do things with their children afterwards.
Oh, wow. So the fatherhood program and the kinship program, there's no cost?
No cost to customers.
And you got to go through a navigator.
Go through a navigator. 15 minutes, though. 15 minutes.
So literally 15 minutes could change your life, right?
It can.
Okay. Bill, we're getting down to 1 minute and 15 seconds, 14, whatever, and they're telling me that we've got to end when it's down to 0. So I'm going to give you the last minute to talk about whatever you want to talk about as far as your programs and how to get hold of you.
Again, Chautauqua Opportunities is available online, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and our website. And our phone numbers are 366-8176 and 661-9430.
Okay, so you have programs for 0 to 5. You've got grandparents, dads, all kinds of
elderly,
programs.
Yep.
Okay, folks. Well, we're going to be wrapping things up right now. So, Bill Vogt, thanks for joining me today, and this has been very informative. I hope people are listening. We're going to give them a call and check out their services. We got a weekend of beautiful weather coming up. So get out there, enjoy Chautauqua County and all that has to offer. Use the sunscreen, as I always say, and we're going to do this all again next Saturday morning right here on Access Chautauqua at 9 o'clock to 10. Take care and have a good weekend. Bye now. So, here we go.